What if I told you that the reason that you are not closing right now has nothing to do with script? The reality of the situation is you know the questions that you're supposed to ask, you know that you're supposed to challenge the prospect, but you don't do it because you are craving validation. And I understand it is tough when you are on your sales calls and you are pushing people and taking them in directions where they don't really want to go, that you are doing yourself a disservice and costing yourself tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in deals by being a people pleaser. And the truth is you're doing the same for your prospects. Now, if this is something that you struggle with, don't worry, it is a very, very common problem in sales. So much so that in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a clip with you from a one-on-one session that I did with one of my clients to show you how you can bypass this need to crave validation on your sales calls so that you can close more deals. Enjoy. I get it. Like, I really do get it. Asking the challenging questions is tough. But if you don't do it, if you are not that person to help your prospect to move the needle, then they are going to be in way more pain. And if your real concern is that you don't want to upset them because you care about their emotional state, you're not helping them out at all. It's like having a best friend who's in a toxic relationship and you not wanting to sit down and have a conversation with them about, hey, bro, like, you need to get the fuck out of this. Even if you know that temporarily it may upset them. The reality of the situation is, Artem, it really and truly is probably about you. You didn't want to deal with the consequences of that person temporarily disliking you, or maybe even just disliking you as a whole.
Yeah.
But again, bro, like, your job on the sales call is not to be liked. In order, look at the way that I'm having this conversation with you. Like, you may not like the fact that I'm having this conversation with you in front of the other guys, but I'm doing it because I genuinely want the best for you. I know that if I'm willing to put myself in a position where maybe you dislike me a little bit, but it ultimately gets you into the position where you're closing more deals and making more money and are able to change your family's life. Are you going to still dislike me in 6 months' time? Probably not. And even if you do, let's say you hate me, even though I help you to get to where you want to be, do I ultimately care? Fuck no. I really don't, bro, because your life has changed and that's way more meaningful than my emotions. So that's the lens that you want to look at it through, is what is the value that you are attaching to the emotion? Is it worth you protecting your emotional state, your, I guess, somewhat desire to be validated, to protect to an extent your ego, in trading off potentially changing that person's life? That's the lens to look at it through.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
I get it, bro, because this is the biggest thing that I struggled with when I first got into sales. I lost so many deals because of this. So I'm not just saying all of this stuff being like all high and mighty. Like, I promise you, wherever you are at right now, it was way worse for me. But I just know that me starting to look at the calls and my prospects through that lens really moved the needle for me. Does that help?
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's more of like my personal thing, like more of like a belief that I have, perhaps, of not challenging. Or basically, it's more of, it's not that like, we're all selfish, as you can imagine. Like, we're all selfish. Some, like, we care about ourselves more than anyone else in the world, probably, and maybe except family. So on one end, probably I was afraid of maybe upsetting him, but on the other end, I was afraid of being disliked. That's probably the biggest thing that stopped me, essentially, because if I didn't care, I would just say, man, that sucks, probably. Like, your wife is making the money and you're not open to exploring the credit card options with me, so money thing, and you believe it's gonna work for you. So ultimately, what's stopping you is essentially that. Actually, I think I said to him, so what's stopping you is that you want to get your first client. That's what he said to me. I want to get my first client himself, try to get it first, and then maybe work with us. And in my brain, I said, okay, I could explore with him. So, man, but look, discrepancy, like, you can try and do it yourself. And you said that you previously said to me that the time is important. Like, you want to fix it right now. So why would you try to do it again and enter paralysis analysis? Why? I knew that I had to say this. I didn't say it.
Yeah. A lot of the time on your sales calls as well, this is for all of you guys, the question that you don't want to ask is the exact question that you're supposed to ask. And again, it comes back to this whole concept of, if this topic of conversation is uncomfortable for you, imagine how uncomfortable it is for the prospect, right?
Ooh. Yeah.
This is the reason why they haven't faced it. This is the reason why they haven't given themselves the room to get those answers, because it is uncomfortable. This may be the thing that is actually stopping them from getting to where they want to be. And that's why it's so important that you do ask those questions. Of course, you want to do it in the right way. But a lot of the time in asking those questions, you are able to massively move the needle, because it allows for the prospect to have that mindset shift. In the same way that I'm trying to give you that mindset shift in you doing it, right? You exploring the problem fully with your prospects, you allow them to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. So if you got value from this video, hit like and subscribe. And if you want to book in a call so you can see how we can add a minimum of $20,000 to your monthly reoccurring revenue in the next 6 months, feel free to book a call using the link below. But with all of that said, as always, I appreciate your time, and I will see you just now.